Welcome to Drawtectives, where we solve a dumb mystery using even dumber drawings. I'm your host, Julie LePetite, joined by my friends Nathan Yaffe,
Brendan Highforge,
also known as Brendan Highforge.
He's fully in character. He's
fully
descended
in
into
character.
Brendan.
Hello?
He's staying in character a whole episode today.
You know what? I was thinking of the Not Another D&D podcast intro where they say the players' names and then they say their characters' names. But that's
Get
not
it? You've been on Not
that's
Another
not
D&D
how-
Wow,
podcast. We
flex.
know.
that's not how we do it here. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Nathan. I play Brendan Highforge.
Jacob Andrews.
York.
Okay, yeah, it's weird.
Yorick Rogdool.
It is weird.
A.K.A. York.
It sounds like we're playing a fighting game and we're like going through the characters.
We're nailing this intro.
Yep. And Karina.
Rosé.
Yep. Both just one name.
That's it.
That's it.
Stop asking.
Yep. We're here on episode 5, and it's been a little bit since we recorded the last episode, so I guess recap time?
Please.
Please.
Please, sweet Julia.
What even happened?
Well, last episode we met Avis and Ogilvy.
Yeah, I
of
like
course.
them.
You liked a little screecher?
Yeah, that's my little friend, little comrade, little rogue friend.
Your little rogue friend who
Yeah,
was
buddy.
he was running around the mansion, stealing some stuff, stealing evidence, stealing masks, stealing some information.
He reminds me of when I was small.
So Ogilvy had a few clues for you. First of all, they were wearing the masks from somewhere in the house. They
They
had
were borrowed.
They were
masks.
borrowed. They were borrowed?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were borrowed from somewhere in the house.
They were not real bird people.
Not real bird people. They also had Sam Ugg's arrest report, and they overheard the kitchen staff saying that some of the knives went missing. And I think that's all the information they had for you.
Oh yeah, Sam Ugg.
Sam Ugg.
I
We
forgot
have-
about
Yeah.
Sam.
We
Ugg.
haven't met Sam Ugg yet, correct?
You have not, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we just
They
saw
just-
the paper.
They just seem
Yeah.
like a badass.
And you noticed that on the arrest report, Soren was the arresting officer.
Right.
Yeah, a little vengeance there, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's a red herring.
Oh-ho.
Ooh, perhaps. Okay.
Is that a little Jancy?
Oh, Jancy's here again.
Hi.
Hey, Jancy.
So I've marked on your maps that we went to the conservatory, so that's off. Which room would you like to go to now? What are you all feeling?
You know, these big fancy mansions, they got such fancy names for rooms. I've
Yes,
always
like dining.
Yeah. Well, dining not as fancy, but parlor. What even goes on in a
I don't know
parlor?
what a parlor is.
I'm
A
glad I'm not
little-
alone on that one.
There's a
Like
little
a beauty parlor?
parlay. Oh, or that. I was thinking a little parlay in the parlor.
Oh, that makes sense.
Is that like
You
a
do-
joke?
What's a
or-
parlay?
It's like when the dogs sniff each other's butts.
Granted, I was about to say you're my only refuge here in this group, but I take it back.
Yeah, you forgot who you were dealing with.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty accurate description of a parlay in dog terms. Like when dogs do that,
Uh-huh.
that's like what imagine us people doing that.
Sniffing butts?
But yeah, but like you do a little meet and greet.
All right, let's just go
I'm
to the
just-
parlor
yeah.
and sniff whoever's butt we have to sniff in there to get this
Don't-
thing going.
Sniff anyone's butts. That's improper and probably very rude.
York, you should sniff their butts.
Getting mixed messages.
So y'all shuffle over to the parlor.
Oh, look at these nice things on. Is that masks?
Are those
2 masks are missing.
masks?
Antlers.
There are 2 masks left, apparently.
We got a fox and we got a raven.
I want the fox. Dibs.
No one take any masks. It might be evidence.
We're borrowing.
You're not. No.
These masks are for borrowing. We've already established that.
Yeah.
I can't believe this child is such a bad influence on you all.
That's my friend.
Incredible.
I wish I had his confidence at that age.
So a parlor's a mask room.
A mask and antler
It's where
room.
you go
Yeah.
to borrow your masks.
You
for
put on the
party.
mask and then you sniff other people's butt.
Okay, I think I'm getting it now.
Yeah.
I hate this. I just hate this so much.
There's a witness or
Oh.
There is.
a person.
There definitely is a person. There definitely is a witness.
Hello.
They've got cape hair.
Ooh.
I sniffed their butt immediately.
What are you
Yeah.
Is this not... Sorry, I was under the impression this is what I was supposed to do in here.
doing? Nah, it's really not. It's just super not. But you know what? Whatever floats your boat, man.
Do you want to sniff mine too, or
You know what? I think I'll pass. But
seems
thanks.
a little rude, frankly? But all right, not off on the best of terms here.
Yep, I'm sorry for the bad intro, I guess.
As they're
sniffing-
talking, I'm taking the mask off the wall.
Put that back! What are you doing?
What?
I can't believe I have to watch you all.
Really? At this point?
It's been 5 episodes.
I thought you would have learned something. So, who are you guys?
We are.
The
Detectives.
The detectives?
we
Yeah.
rehearsed that.
We're the we're the detectives.
The detectives.
Yeah.
You know.
We're here to solve the case.
You know, you know about the murder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do it?
I super didn't.
I like your tattoos.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like your many necklaces.
Thank you. My friend did my little sleeve tattoo over here, and another friend made all this jewelry for me.
Cool friends.
You ever
Yeah.
bought anything?
Jesus. Grill her. Yes, York.
I mean, it really sounds like I haven't bought anything in my life, but I assure you, I've bought at least one thing
What
in
was
my
it?
life. I don't know. It was probably like a guitar or something. Yeah.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Falco?
Falco?
Falco.
Yes. Falco?
Oh, like Falcon.
Yeah, like Falcon. My name used to be Falcon, and then I had it legally changed to be something a little cooler.
Cooler than
Nice.
Falcon?
You lost the N.
You messed up big time.
I made it fancy.
If I
put a little
lost-
I think
accent on
that's
it.
so cool.
If I lost the
Thanks.
N at the end of my name, I'd be Grenda.
How do you feel about that name? You like it?
You know, I've gotta think about it.
It's kind of cute.
Feel it
yeah,
out.
it's real cute.
Feel it out, Grenda.
Grenda. Yeah,
liking it.
everyone call me Grenda for now, and I'm trying it on. It's like
All
when
right.
it's like when you try on a new hat and you see how it fits.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, Grinda. I like you more as Grinda, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Feeling a little warmer towards you when I use that name.
Okay,
I do like Grenda.
okay,
It is just real pleasant.
sweet. Well, mystery solved on what my name should be.
We leave the room.
And just thumbs up at Jancy.
Unbelievable.
Grinda, did you do the murder?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I know Grendon didn't, but Grinda's an unknown to me.
No, that's good detecting work.
Yeah, I feel like it's good to ask your friends, you know,
When they changed their name,
when they change your
that
name.
changed something they did in the past. That's
You know, new
yeah.
identities, new truths revealed.
Well, I've watched some of those orcish soap operas. It's the only channel we get up in the tribes. You only get one channel. A lot of soap operas and sort of the double identity thing's a common. That's usually what it ends up being.
Man, I love orcish soap operas.
Oh, you watch them too?
Yeah,
You watch Tusks of Our Lives?
yeah. And One Fight to Live. I love it.
That one's good. It's kind of fallen off this season, though.
Yeah,
Season
I mean,
37's not quite as strong as season 36 was, but you know.
yeah, I mean, you know, you got to cut them some slack. They changed up the writers for the season. They got to feel it out a little bit.
Could you believe what happened to Gory Rory this season?
I can't. Oh my God, what a twist! You know what I
It
mean?
was a real big
Spoilers!
twist. Oh, sorry. Grinda hadn't
what?
seen it.
Oh gosh.
You got to catch up. I've been
Okay,
telling you.
it's hard to keep up with them all the time.
I'll give you my my login information for where you can watch this stuff.
Jancy, we got the login info.
Can we go yet?
Nathan, were you trying to think of a Netflix pun? I was looking at you for a Netflix pun, and I saw your brain working on it.
No, I was just trying to think of any soap opera name, but you got it.
Days of Our Lives,
Is-
All My Children.
All My Children, that's one.
Maul my children.
All My Children.
That one's not good for kids. Adults only on that one.
As this entire conversation's been going on, Rose has managed to get both masks off the wall,
Hey.
one tucked under each arm.
Hey, can I have that bird mask?
Oh yeah, we can match.
Nice. She just pops it on for a second. She's
I
like, it's a
also
little
pop
hot in
mine's
here.
on.
It's a little hot in here.
Oh, that's cool
popped
because
it back
it's
off.
the exact same color as your hair.
Yeah.
It looks like the bird. It looks like the bird is like coming coming out the back, your cape hair, like the wings.
Yeah, I would like to say that was planned, but it certainly was not.
It'd be pretty weird if it was.
So, y'all need to ask me questions. What's
I feel like
happening?
we've been asking you questions. Like we've just
I don't
been
think we've stopped.
We've
I
got
mean,
a
we're just
real
hanging out. I'm happy to hang out if you
rapport.
want.
We've developed a good rapport. I think that's part of building trust from the witness.
Yeah.
What's your relationship to the deceased?
I just know them from some social circles. I know Lada from the past a little bit, from her work. Kind of cut into mine a little bit.
You're being mad vague right now in a way that makes me suspicious.
The past.
The past?
The past. Well,
yeah,
like,
everyone you know is from the past.
Yeah, that's so true.
That's really deep,
I
York.
mean, that is really true.
It's
You're not wrong.
deep, it's obvious.
Well, Lada worked in Lada worked as like a socialite kind of thing, and like she did some information. I met her when she was more of a socialite. I think I met her while I was on tour. I don't really remember.
On
but
tour.
I guess you guys aren't too up on modern music. That's fine, but I'm the lead singer of the band Birds of Prey.
You're the lead singer of Birds of Prey?
You know it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It all makes sense now.
Yep.
That's the only band we get up in the Orcish tribes.
Man, that's really cool. I can recommend some other bands for you if you want.
There are other bands?
There are other bands, my dude. I went on tour with like a few cool ones.
What were they called?
You son of a bitch.
I love you, son of a bitch.
That's my favorite band.
It's a really good band. They're
Yeah.
like very avant-garde.
You son of a bitch. Best post-punk revival band in my opinion.
You have to wince their name out when you say it.
You do. It like goes with the whole theme of, post-punk. Just like, you really gotta feel the emotion of it, Anyway, I'll make a whole list for you later, and
Cool, it
I'll
sounds
give-
like you know a lot of them.
I mean, honestly, like you son of a bitch has such a deep discography that like you're gonna want to spend a lot of time with them before you move on to anything else, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they only have one album, but it's really
It's a deep-
intense
it's
and
very-
really good.
It's deep, yeah. It's
You're just
when
gonna
I
be
said a
listening to
deep
it a lot,
discography,
yeah.
I meant like emotionally deep. Like you really need to listen to that
Yeah.
that one album a lot of times to make sense.
I mean, it's a
of it.
really long album.
Yeah.
I can't believe I made a spreadsheet and a doc specifically for this episode, and it still wasn't enough information.
Bold of you.
I still wasn't prepared.
Julia, this is an improv show.
Oh, God.
So should we ask about the crime?
Yeah. Well, okay. So you know Lada because she was a socialite. You're a awesome badass musician.
Yeah, she was a fan of my music.
What are other questions?
What about Soren?
Oh yeah. What's your opinion of what? Yeah.
Soren was chill. He was just, I don't know, he was a real good guy. I thought maybe he'd be real uptight considering he's like a paladin and whatever, and from his job he'd probably be real stuck up or whatever, but he was pretty good. He was pretty chill. I didn't have any problems with him, neither did any of my friends, so.
Well, great.
All right, that
okay.
seems-
That's so. Story checks out.
Did you see or hear anything suspicious on the night of the crime? We're just trying to get together some clues because I think Jancy's getting mad.
She's in the corner again, so you should probably tell us, what you were up to.
She's actually
during the
stolen the rosé, like the mask that Rosé has, and is trying it on
Hey!
herself.
I was using that.
Well, I didn't really notice anything too suspicious. I know that I was hanging out with the kitchen staff for a good chunk of the time.
That's so
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Oh.
Yeah, like hanging out with all these fancy lads and ladies gets a little tiring. So you want to take a break and just talk to, and appreciate the people who are really making the party happen.
I feel like some of Buzz's sayings would make great song lyrics.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right. I was actually hanging out with him. I took a photo with him. If you want to see, I posted
Yes.
Yes.
More photos of Buzz.
Oh.
Well, he's kind of in there.
Ogle, he's edging him out of the pic.
Oh, that's that little screeching name.
Spewing. What's coming out of his mouth? Is he chewing something?
I think he was eating dessert. It was like dessert time, and he was just spewing some stuff out of his mouth. I don't know. Little guy wanted into the photo.
Who's
so I
this
wasn't
red
gonna-
lady?
Who's this red lady?
Yeah.
I don't know any red ladies.
She was a waitress who was working the party. I think her name was Sam. She was just kind of hanging out between the kitchen and the dining room for most of the time. But we had a pretty good conversation in the backyard at some point.
Man,
I
you
just
got,
have to
you,
point
you
out
got
that
so many yups on this.
So many yups.
Man, being a famous musician, the most yups I've ever gotten on like a pic I've taken of a dog is like 10.
Yeah, I mean,
I never get any haze.
One time I
Yeah.
got 2 haze, and it was like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I got a lot of haze and yups, you know? I
I
have a
rode
lot
that
of,
high for weeks.
I got a lot of followers on my my socials, you know?
How'd you get your picture on this screen?
If you want to get into how like cameras work later, I'd be happy to explain to you. I don't know too much about it, but
I've never seen anything like this before. Is it just like a picture showing?
York, do you know what a camera is?
It's like the same.
No.
It's similar technology that they use to shoot the
Shoot bows?
the soap
No.
operas.
Oh, the soap operas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how like the people in the soap operas are on a screen.
The little ones that are in the box.
They're
They're not
inside
really in the box.
Right.
They're not. Well, then how do I see them? Rose, that doesn't make any sense. They got to be in the box.
I open my phone and take a picture of York and hold it up to him.
Who's that?
We'll get back to this.
yeah, we can get back to that in a bit. But yeah, I was,
So you didn't see anything suspicious or hear anything suspicious?
no, I saw that some people were missing during dessert time.
Was Soren missing during dessert time?
He was at some point. I can't really tell you who else was missing. I mean, I noticed that Soren left. I think he went to go get rum or scotch or whiskey or something for another one of the guests. He said he'd be right back, and then I don't remember him coming back. I mean, it was him and I don't know, a few other people. I couldn't really tell you. I was too busy looking at all my yups and haze coming in.
Yeah,
the phone was
it's-
just blowing up.
I would
There's
imagine.
so many.
Yeah, I try not to look at my phone too much, but you know, sometimes business calls and not in the nature way.
And sometimes it does call in the nature way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like another great time to look at your phone.
Hey, have you guys interviewed anyone else yet?
Yeah, we
Yeah, a few.
you could I think you could say what we did was an interview with those other people. Yeah.
I'm sure you all did great. What did
Thank
they
you.
make you do?
Draw stuff.
You guys
Yeah.
draw?
Weirdly, a lot of drawing.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
drawing.
we have these notebooks.
It's like they
They were
don't want to
gifts.
help solve the mystery without being drawn something in return.
Mm.
It's as if everyone here doesn't super care that a man is dead.
They just want drawings.
Here's the thing. I super care that Soren's dead because like Lotta is so upset. But here's the other thing. That sounds like so much fun. And I
see.
did find something in this room, but you know, I don't want to break from tradition. So
God, I hope it's a third mask.
could be. Might not be. If y'all want it, I think I'm going to have you guys draw me something too.
Okay.
I think what I would like you guys to do is to draw the album covers of my favorite and most inspiring albums that I've ever listened to in my life. Y'all be cool with that?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
cool.
you're gonna have to think of band names for those.
Don't worry about it. I know my favorite bands.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You do. Okay,
I know my favorite albums and bands and stuff.
great. Yeah,
All right, well,
that's
All right.
awesome. Good for
What a
you.
relief.
So which one of you would like to draw first?
me.
York does.
All
I want
right.
to draw first. All right, so you want me to draw like an album cover?
York
Don't
is-
these
Yes.
albums already have covers?
York is so excited to
Yeah,
learn
but
about
I'd love
new
to
bands.
see what you have to draw about them.
All right.
So all right, York, you said your name was?
Yeah, York.
All right. York, I'd like you to draw one of my favorite albums, In the Court of the Crimson String. That's by King Citrus.
King Citrus
Yeah.
in the Court of the
Ooh.
Crimson String.
Yeah.
It really sounds like there's a cooler way that could be called.
No,
Like
man,
maybe
it's
like
one of
a
my favorite
Crimson
albums.
King might be a little
Nah.
cooler than a string.
Mm-mm.
Why would a string have a court?
That's what the band intended. There's like some deep meanings stuff in it, but
Sure. All right.
They already have King in their band name. They can't
Yeah.
put that in the album title too.
that's true. It would be a little
That would be
repetitive.
weird.
Okay, so I'm
Man.
excited to see what you do here.
I haven't listened to King Citrus since I was in high school.
Yeah, weirdly enough, my dad got me into King Citrus,
Mhm.
and then I was like, oh, this is dad music, and then like it really took me until my late teens to really appreciate King Citrus.
I should give it another listen.
Yeah, I mean it's so strong, and it does some wild stuff, but
Really makes you pucker.
yeah, man.
Is that what you want when you're listening to music?
I mean,
Sometimes
makes you feel something.
it makes you feel
Maybe
something.
it's not what you want, but it's what you get and
Yeah.
deserve.
That's dark.
So I see you've started off with a lemon here.
That's the only fruit we get up in the Orcish tribes.
Maybe it's a yuzu.
Might be a yuzu.
It's not a yuzu.
Oh,
Oh, I love these shoes.
Yeah, I figure if you're like a citrus king,
oh, nice.
you probably got some nice boots.
So you're going more with like the band name than you are with the album name, huh?
I'm gonna do both
Oh, nice. That's
because I
pretty
figure
cool.
the citrus king must have the court, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then maybe he's got the crimson string
Right.
Oh, like it's his court, but he named it after the
after
crimson.
the string.
Like he's got a lot of courts.
Yeah, this one is the court of the crimson string.
Yeah.
This is sort of just an armchair.
If I was a king, I would love just a big, comfy chair
Yeah.
to sit in.
It's
Do
a
you know
little.
how tiring
A
those fancy
recliner?
chairs get? Oh.
Oh.
Man,
No,
I can
love
just
this.
I'm just seeing that classic logo for their band is just making me think of all their good songs
Yeah.
playing in my head right now.
Like which one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is King Citrus a reference to an existing band, Julia?
Yeah, it's a reference to King Crimson.
Oh,
This is a King Crimson album.
okay, I don't know that one.
It's a weird pull for me.
Hold on.
I think it's a weird pull for
No
everyone.
one say anything.
But
We'll edit this part out.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
say anything funny.
Everybody shut up. Just shut up. Nathan's getting a joke ready.
Yeah, like I love that one song they've got, Undisciplined.
That sounds like a song. That sounds like a song to me. I've only ever
Yeah.
heard the one band, like I said, but
Yeah.
there's some songs I heard that sound like that kind of in the
Definitely
name.
a song title.
I'm more of a fan of their song Sun Kid. I really felt like that was pretty impactful.
Sun Kid's pretty good.
Yep.
When I first heard it, I was like, are they talking about the sun like in the sky or like a person's sun?
Nice. Maybe they left it vague so that you can interpret it.
Well, yeah, but then I saw it was spelled sun like in the sky in the description. I was like, oh, okay.
This is a fascinating discussion, may I just say.
Man, look at the wow, they got that red string is
that's
everywhere.
Such a long string.
Yeah, it's all over the place in this one. I figure that's most of the court is this crimson string.
Do you think the king put it up there, or the string's been there for like
Well,
eternity?
the way I drew it, it kind of looks like maybe they did one of those pranks on him where they
Yeah.
threw a bunch of string all over his court, and he got there and he is not happy with
It
the
looks like
situation.
he's trying to get
yeah,
up.
he's a little
Embarrassed.
flushed and embarrassed, I think, about what happened here. He's getting a little mad, and who could blame him? This seemed like it was a nice court before all this string
Hey, York,
got on. Yeah,
I didn't want to say anything. Where did you get colored pencils? Where did you get those from the small child? Where did you get those?
I definitely didn't take colored pencils from a small child.
I did.
Rose did, and she gave them to me, and then I used them. I'm sorry.
It was more of
Okay.
a trade. I gave him a knife.
Yeah, that's true. You did give him a knife. I
We're
think it's
friends. We're rogue friends.
It's good for a child to have a knife. I think
You gave
we
a
can all
knife to a
agree.
child and took his colored pencils and put it to another adult? This is what's
Maybe.
happening?
Maybe.
I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on all of you.
I also like
Gonna
their
color his
song.
crown a little bit.
How many colored pencils did you get?
I don't want to say. I think you're gonna yell at me more.
Rose is desperately trying to shove the entire box back into her dress pocket.
You know what? According to Ogilvy's logic, we've borrowed them and we'll just give them back.
Yeah.
So-
As far
Yeah.
as you know, I only got 3 colors, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I think.
like the mask.
All warm
I
colors.
hold up the mask again.
No. No. When did you even take that back from me? I'm putting that back on the wall.
Rogue friend.
I'm done. Is this good?
It's
Simple payment.
Do you like this?
I like that song too. And novella of Weekend.
You know, man, it's all right. It's all right that you don't know King Citrus. I'll
Brendan is
I'll
just
recommend
on
some albums to you.
Yeah, no, totally. I know about music.
It's fine if you don't, my dude. But I love
yeah,
this.
I know it's fine if you don't, but I do. So
Oh, okay.
that's like
Uh-huh.
that's just like something about me is I'm
Totally.
pretty big into music.
Yeah.
If you know so much about it, why don't you come in here and draw some
Okay,
music
I
then?
will.
All right, there, Brendan.
Yeah.
You ready for an album?
Yeah, should I
title
do
for you?
I do the thing. I'll
You do
the
what you want,
I'll
my
do the
dude.
thing York did. Cuz I know how albums are shaped.
I mean, so did York.
Cuz I know about music.
Sure do, my dude.
Grenda, I'm super impressed with your knowledge about music. It seems like you know a lot based on how much you say
Yeah.
you say it.
That's if you say it enough, it means it's true.
That's how we all got here.
What's my album?
All right. So another one of my favorite albums is Goodbye Yellow Slick Toad by Electric Tom.
Oh yeah. I definitely know this one.
Yeah, man.
Goodbye Yellow Slick Toad.
Yeah.
That sounds like a sad one. I remember when I lost my yellow slick toad as a boy, I cried for at least 10 to 15 minutes.
So relatable.
It's the most I've ever cried about anything.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we got those colored pencils
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah.
colors that we got.
How many of you have colored pencils? No,
Well,
I'm just curious.
Can I borrow?
Absolutely not.
Okay, never mind.
They're mine.
Those are Rosé's pencils.
You can have them. We're all friends here.
Oh, sorry, I misread the situation. Yeah, you can borrow them.
Classic York.
I say executive decision, just share the colored pencils. You've stolen it. You might as well. They're not even yours to begin with. You can't claim ownership over it.
I mean, if you take something, it's yours.
I'm really into this frog.
Oh, it's wearing a little shirt.
I just really like everything that's going on so far. Here comes another friend.
That's what I looked like when my toad went away. How'd you know, Grenda?
I think we've all had to deal with our toads going away in some form or other.
Yeah.
And I think that like this album really speaks to that. I mean, it's a formative experience when your first toad, be it a yellow slick toad or
Sort of like a green lumpy
just
one.
a green lumpy one, or one of them giant brown ones.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. One of them blue wet toads.
Aw.
So what are all y'all's favorite Electric Tom songs? If you had to pick. I mean, I understand, York, that, you maybe didn't have too much time to, listen to some Electric Tom, but...
I don't think I need to reiterate again. I've only ever heard the one band. It is your band.
That's true. I guess that was an unfair question.
Have you done any Electric Tom covers?
Yeah.
Do I know what a cover is? This is probably my next question for myself.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you maybe want to think about. Like, what even are covers? You know what I mean?
Oh, what song have you covered?
I'm Still Swimming. It's one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
Nice.
Candle in the Tornado.
Nice. My favorite song is Airplane Man.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love that one. Do we know what airplanes are? Who knows?
Or they're not airplanes here.
I don't know.
We have smartphones, but not airplanes.
We exist in a bit of a nebulous technological period.
That's what makes the song so magical. We're not quite sure what an airplane is.
It's so cool that Electric Tom just invented these things called airplanes.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Someone should make those.
Yeah,
We've got ground planes,
that's true.
but imagine if they were in the air.
Hey, York, do you have a wild train problem up by you guys? I heard that's like kind
Yeah,
of a
how'd you
problem
know?
sometimes. I just,
Sometimes we call them ground planes.
yeah. I did a tour once in the wildlands. I just stopped for a moment and I, went to the local bar and hung out with some orcs and they had
Yeah.
mentioned the local, wild train problem.
I remember that. I had to miss that show because I had to murder my brother.
Oh, how'd that go?
Sort of one of those throne,
Yeah.
unrightful claim
Mm-hmm.
sort of situations.
How'd it go? Did you
well,
win?
I'm standing here, so I think you can imagine that
Lord,
I
that's
did not
scary.
get murdered. Which part about it? That I almost lost the throne?
That you murdered your brother?
I'm a prince. Did I mention that? I'm an orc prince.
Wow.
Have you mentioned
That's
that?
cool.
I don't know if I've mentioned that or not, but I did have to murder
It
my
wasn't
brother
in the
about it.
recap, so I don't remember.
We're learning a lot about each other today. I think it's really bringing us all closer together.
Yeah.
Are any of you guys the prince of anything?
I don't know. I'm
No.
sort of like the heir to the High Forge armory
That's
business.
like kind of a prince.
But like I'm not really about that life. I think I've said something to that effect before.
Oh yeah, because you're really lazy,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Which is valid.
I think I'm just my passions lie elsewhere. Like I think I work hard when it comes to like dog walking and mystery solving
We all have different strengths.
and knowing about music that I definitely know about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, some of us have to walk dogs, and others of us have to kill our brothers in blood feuds.
Yeah.
That's just life.
You guys do so much.
How do your
What
parents...
do you do?
Yeah.
I'm 3 credits short of graduating college.
Rough.
Oh, what does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
I never went to college, but it seems like a tough time. Wow, this is a
mean,
rude toad.
I just needed money, so that's why I'm here.
I feel that. I worked a lot of odd jobs before I got scouted and, started this band.
This is an odd job.
You just pick up the odd detectiving job here and there when you have to.
Some lives hang the balance, some truths. I'm loving this.
This is a whole scene.
I love this wall-eyed frog.
He's so slick.
No regrets. Oh.
Goodbye. Goodbye, yellow slick toad.
Do you
My
need
toad was nowhere near this rude.
What was your toad's name?
Tammy.
Oh,
Tammy
that's
the
a good
toad.
name. That's a good name for a toad.
Yeah.
I never had a toad. Never really had a pet, really. I had a bird that sometimes visited me. That was it.
Was it a falcon?
It wasn't. It was just a little,
It wasn't.
What kind of bird was it?
it's just a little sparrow.
Aw.
He's just hanging out on my window. I think he lived there.
I used to have this stray that I fed sometimes. I really
Yeah?
miss it.
A stray
That's
bird.
cool.
No, cat.
Oh. I thought you meant stray bird. I don't know what that would mean, but yeah. Now that I think
Most
about
birds
it.
are.
Yeah, a little
But
bit.
you're right. I just forgot to say what animal it was.
It's just we were talking about birds, so I
Yeah,
just assumed you were
yeah.
also talking about a.
Did you give that cat a name?
No, I didn't want to get too attached,
That's fair. That's fair.
but I do really miss her.
Yeah. Man, I should get a pet. I'd get a pet in a heartbeat, but, too busy touring. Paparazzi would go nuts. They were taking pictures
you
of
color
me even coming into
pencils?
this building.
Yeah, Rose, can I make this toad
They
nice and?
spill out of my dress pocket
I just need the yellow.
along with a few knives.
That's actually impressive how big your pockets are.
Thanks, I sewed them on myself.
Oh, that makes sense as to why they're so big. Because usually all I can fit in my pockets are like, if you fold money in into an eighth, then I can fit that in my pocket.
I just got really tired of not being able to carry around some coins in a pocket.
This is done.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I
Goodbye,
feel like you
yellow
got
slick
the.
toad.
feel like you got the mood. I'm into it.
Thank you.
This is
Well, great
beautiful,
work.
Grenda.
Thank you. Gosh, wow. I love music. I love bands. I love knowing about them and referencing them.
All right. Rose.
Yeah.
All right, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for your album?
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite albums, and this one's kind of a newer one, but here we go. It's A Weaver You Can't Outbet
Uh-huh.
by Freak Out at the Club. I love that band.
I love Freak Out at the Club. I'm sorry.
What's the
Weaver
actual album called?
Fever You Can't Outsweat?
Yeah. By Panic at the Disco.
A weaver you can't outbet.
So you went for rhymes way before you went for it making any
A
sort
weaver.
of sense.
You don't understand how hard I was laughing at my desk putting that Panic at the Disco on.
Thing about weavers is they have more money than you expect. So you come up against them at the poker table.
Yeah, this is.
And they're just really smart at betting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's the thing. It's
They got
like,
the tactics
They
there.
know it, and I don't like to stereotype normally, but it really has been every person whose profession is a weaver.
Yeah.
They're just like
They're on it.
They come up to you. They come up to the table. It's like, oh, let me cash out. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna
it's like
try.
this is above my pay grade.
It
Even
goes-
up in the Orcish tribes, you know you don't bet against a weaver.
You don't bet against a weaver. It goes weavers, then leather workers, and then blacksmiths. We're like third.
I bet
at
orc
be- at
weavers
betting.
are like the toughest people to outbet. Karina, I like your compromise, which was have tusks from the bottom. No, wait, give them tusk from the top.
It's like one of them vampire orcs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a vampire orc. You
Who
gotta
looks
watch out
at
for
York?
I'm not a vampire. My tusks come from the bottom.
Trying to remember what things look like.
They're not the biggest tusks, I will admit, but they do get the job done.
Isn't the lead singer of this band also named Grendon?
That's true. Yeah. Wow.
Grendon Fury.
Yeah.
Grendon Fury.
I love
Yeah.
Grendon Fury. I met him once.
People
Yeah?
are always
Yeah,
like,
but I didn't recognize him.
people are always like, oh, you've got the same name as that band guy, and I'm like, but
And you know exactly what they mean because you know so much
because
about
I know
bands.
so
Yeah.
much about bands.
Yeah. I went on tour with Grendon Fury.
That's
Real
so
nice guy.
cool.
Despite the last name. You would think from the last name he'd be,
Right.
a little angrier, but really not.
You know, you seem pretty cool,
Mhm.
Falco, but it does also seem like you're bragging literally constantly.
Yeah,
I think that's
that's
cool.
fair.
Like you do it in a casual tone.
Yeah. Well, you keep asking about me, and I'm trying to be honest, but there's no casual way of saying I'm very successful.
You know what? I kind of respect that actually.
I'm very successful off of my talent and my hard work. There's no easy way of saying that without sounding like a pompous jerk.
You also have just like a very cool aesthetic.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
Thanks. It's
Yeah.
I have some very talented friends.
I wish I had talented friends.
I'm talented at some things.
Yeah, he can
I think talent's overrated.
Explains why you don't have any.
wow.
No, it's the other way around. It's I don't have any, so I think it's overrated. What are you, my therapist?
We should build up our friends, not tear them down. But sometimes you got to tear down to build back up. So
Don't
maybe
try
that's
and
what you're doing.
play poker against your therapist either. They're very
Yeah.
good at knowing all your tells.
Yeah.
I was about to ask why there were so many baskets, and then I remembered.
They're a weaver.
That's how you know it's a weaver. They're just
Yeah,
covered
the
in
baskets are full of money.
Yeah, they bring the baskets to the betting table because they know they're going to be walking
Hold
away
all their money.
with so much
'Cause
cash, money.
you can't outbet them because they got so much money. They got baskets full.
They have a deal with the casino because everybody has to get the complimentary basket to carry their chips, and so they get a cut of that.
I can't wait for us to have to do like a Drawfee apology video for stereotyping weavers.
All our first big controversy.
It's gonna be one of those videos where it's like the thumbnail is just like Nathan sitting there like with his head down, like looking like he's about to cry, and like the title is like, I have to apologize. ... And then it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Sorry
and
that
at the end, he
Weavers
still
play
says like and
poker.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm really sorry about what I did. Like and subscribe. My merch is on.
We'll be back to doing a weekly video.
We'll be back to playing Minecraft tomorrow, but for today,
Okay.
Listen, weavers make more than just baskets. We know this.
they make fast stacks
Yeah.
at the poker
They make
table.
good ass bets.
Yeah. I hope we have some weavers in the fandom. We're in the corner of the weaver market.
Please comment if you are a weaver.
Yeah, weavers only.
Someone's gonna comment and be like, "My name's Weaver. Does that count?"
It doesn't. I'm gonna get out ahead of it. Sorry, Weaver.
That's one of my other favorite bands, Weaver.
There's blood in the scene now, and I'm concerned.
No, it's just the background. They're on a red background.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
We gotta use the colored pencils that we
actual album.
We
borrowed.
established that
Yeah.
we have.
Gotta use. I took these from that child.
Can I just say, I think it's crazy that this weaver got the best hand in poker, which is one of each type.
It's a really hard hand to get.
Oh, I see. They're playing poker.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's poker.
That guy's
They're
got a
playing
pair of
poker.
twos.
Yeah, pair of two is no good in poker. That's two of the same
One of
type. You don't want that.
One of each. One of each type. Look, it's 4 aces.
Yeah.
when they've got the big symbol in the middle, that's an ace.
If you get one of each numberless symbol, you win.
That's an immediate win.
Man, poker's a rough card game, but
We should play poker after teaching you what a camera is.
hell yeah. Do you mind if I?
Oh,
get
and I
in on
guess
that,
solving
or-
the
I
murder.
can teach you poker.
I want to get in on this poker game.
Ooh, let's have a poker game later.
We'll have
Yeah.
Poker night at
Is
the
there-
at the
Oh,
manor.
yeah.
Is there a billiards room to play poker in?
I mean, probably. It's a big
Goodness.
mansion. I'll ask Lada later when she's mourning
Yeah.
less.
When she's less
Yeah.
sad
No,
and I
let's
can
ask her-
look
let's
directly
ask
at her.
now. Yeah, let's see what Lada's up to. You know what is great for grieving is just taking your mind off with a fun game of poker.
Yeah, poker with
High
your
stakes,
buds.
high stakes poker. Not you and Lada don't dabble in weaving, do you? 'Cause
No.
You have to tell us before we start playing.
No.
Okay.
If I see a single basket in that room, I'm out.
No, she
Running.
is good at poker, though. Lada.
Oh.
Lada's really good at poker.
Are you saying she has a good poker face?
She does.
I knew I shouldn't trust that woman.
She does have a good poker face.
Ever since I first laid
But she
eyes
looked
on
so
her sad,
sad
downturned
when we
face,
saw her.
I knew I couldn't trust that woman.
I love the song "Poker Face" by Duchess Gorgon.
Gorgon.
Duchess Gorgon really broke down some walls here, and I'm really glad that she was on the
She's very strong
yeah.
Physically.
physically.
Here we go.
You have
Here's
to sign
your
a
album
waiver
cover.
to go
This
to
is
their
great.
concerts.
This is great. I'm gonna send
Thanks.
this
I
to-
definitely remembered how to play poker.
Shocked.
It's like, oh my god, am I playing the wrong game? What are we even playing? What is this?
I thought we were playing Go Fish. I'm sorry, Go Fish.
Say go bish.
Oh my gosh.
Go bish.
Such great world building in this episode, guys. Really.
If you lose that one, you just have to leave.
Go Bish.
Go bish.
Oh, great. I'm so glad.
Do you like it?
I mean, I love it. I'm going to send this to Grundon Fury after this so he can see the cool art that you did. I'm sure he'll use it on the next Freak Out at the Club album. Maybe when he does like a 10-year anniversary release, he'll use this one. Anyway, I'll have him contact you.
Awesome.
All right. So I said that I found something in this room before that looked like it was out of place, and you've all have earned it with your wonderful drawings.
So are these album covers going to be like special edition releases or something? Like, are we going to get to see residuals from them, or are they're just for you to enjoy?
I mean,
Your
they're
amusement.
Yeah, they're just for me. But I mean, if you want, I can send them over to the band's
Yeah, since
managers
you're friends with
and
all of them.
Yeah. I can send it their way, and then I'll make sure that if they wind up using it, that you'll get royalties and whatever.
Ooh.
So you've all earned this clue that I found. Here you go.
Whoa, it's a box.
This is
That's a box.
I found this little box. It was kind of just like in the middle of the floor. It was kind of like on its
Okay,
side,
so it's
or
a little.
yeah, it's
Can't
a
tell the scale.
Is that a hole in the top or just a little divot?
it's a little divot. It's like a
Okay.
little detailing.
Kind of look like a tissue box.
It's not a tissue box. I don't think. I mean, I haven't been able to open it because it's locked, but I don't know. I couldn't get it to open it because it has this
Wait.
padlock on it. But yeah.
Don't we have a key?
We got a little tiny key from
Do you have a little key?
from
It was very little.
from Buzz.
You guys have a little key?
We got a tiny key.
A little tiny key
I
from
reached-
Oh, that key?
I reached into my dress pocket
Why are you carrying all the evidence?
because I got
Again,
pockets.
How big are these? You know what? That's fair. I don't have pockets, so you hold on to all these.
I have pockets, but they're all kind of sticky.
Not putting anything in there.
Yeah.
Don't want to ask.
It's candy bars.
Do you-
It's you forget about a candy. You take a candy bar from the house. You think you're gonna get hungry on the walk, but then it melts.
Do you guys want to try the tiny key with the box, or no? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
We just said no.
No.
Nah. What's the point?
Okay, you guys. Good. So you guys try this tiny key that Buzz gave you that he found in the kitchen.
Buzz.
And he Buzz again, savior. Try it on this little lockbox, and it works on the little padlock. And so you pull off the lock, you open it up, and inside
It's a bed for a knife.
A knife bed.
it
Knife
is
bed.
a knife bed.
Wow.
Yes, but there's no knife.
Well, that's
Currently-
useless.
It's past bedtime for this knife.
We
Where
gotta
is
get
it?
this knife back into its bed. York is right. Rose, do you want to put this in one of your many pockets?
Yeah.
Okay, you hold on to it.
I put it in my left pocket and I put the masks in the right.
Nope, not the mask. You're
Yes.
putting those back.
Oh, they're already in there.
I'll be stealing those back at some point.
Try.
So we know some knives were missing from the kitchen. That special knife is out of bed, way past its bedtime.
So many
And
knives just
Soren,
loose.
Soren was killed by a knife or fork
Or rhino.
or rhino, depending on which theory
No.
you personally subscribe to.
We basically only know that he was pierced in the front.
Yeah.
So
Pierced in the front.
It could be a knife. It could be a fork. It could be a rhino, a horn. Let's be real. It's probably a knife. You know, what's the probability that it's a horn or a fork?
Falco, you didn't see any rhinos tonight, did you?
Nah, I mean, Soren kind of looks like. I mean, Soren or Pierce, they're both like kind of built like rhinos. You know, they're like really big. but
Right
that's it.
on. Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean?
And it's not like there's horns anywhere else in this mansion.
Nope. Nowhere else.
So odds are, if we can find who took the knife out of bed, we'll find who did the stab.
I mean, I guess.
Am I
Yeah.
detecting right?
Yeah.
This was a
Is there a
legitimate
chance?
question. Is that right?
yeah.
Am I doing good?
That's fair. Good job.
Thank you.
Someone
That is a
took-
logical thought.
Someone took the knife out of bed, but then locked the bed.
So no
back.
one would know. But Buzz had the key to the knife bed.
But he said he found the key, right?
He did find the key on the floor in the corner under a thing.
He is so
Under a
low to the
thing.
ground.
Yeah, he said it was like it had like
Oh, I guess he was vague, huh?
yeah. He said it like fell over there. He's not a man of many words.
Wait, so that was in the kitchen and a bunch of knives went missing?
Mm-hmm.
How many knives did it take to kill someone?
I'm telling you, he was a big dude, built like a rhino.
I think it was a conspiracy between all the knives.
All right,
And
guys,
this is their king.
I got you check on that theory. I'm gonna go sit in one of these chairs and check on all my notifications. But you guys have
How many
a good...
yups did you get during our conversation?
I mean, oof, I don't even want to look at all those. I mean, the haze are the ones that you have to look out for because people
Right.
just write whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's real nasty. So I'm gonna hang out. It was nice talking to you guys.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
And yeah, nice meeting you guys.
Please
you know,
make more music because we're running real short up there
you got it.
in the work tribe.
I'll
You should
send
give
you.
York an autograph.
Oh yeah, I can do that. You got your notebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll sign it.
What
If
do
you
I
want.
Why would I want your signature?
I mean, I don't know. It's something that people like.
For what?
I don't know.
Are they trying to
It's-
forge it?
You
I
know, I
wouldn't
don't get it.
trust that.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go hang out over here. Call me later if
It's
you
nice
guys
of
are
you
gonna
to
play
offer.
Boker.
It was nice of you to offer. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
I might
Thanks.
take you up on Boker.
Yeah, let me know about Boker and Pilliards. I'd love to get a game in before I have to go back on tour. All right, so you guys leave the room, and that is it for this episode. Congratulations, you guys got a locked box.
We solved the mystery.
We solved the mystery.
The
It's
whole mystery.
whoever woke the knife up.
Whoever woke the knife up.
What if we didn't realize we could open the box?
The show would have been very sad. No, Jancy probably would have reminded you. She remembers.
Aw,
She's got it. She's got it on lock. She remembers what clues you got.
But we're good detectives.
But
so
you're
we
good
remembered.
detectives. You remembered.
And
That's
by
right.
we, I mean Karina.
Yep.
That was sheer luck, really.
I'm so
I
proud of
only
you,
remember
Rosé.
because Buzz gave it to us.
Yeah.
We need Buzz to give us every clue,
Yeah,
and then we'll remember.
Can Buzz enter each room and hand us the clue every time?
Absolutely not.
Can I put Buzz in my pocket?
No. He's a human man.
He's tiny and my pockets are big.
So
Don't.
physically, yeah. it
I mean,
seems
he
like she
could, but no. Leave him alone. He just wants to cook.
I miss Buzz.
Yeah, so that's
We
it
all
for this
miss Buzz.
episode. Yeah, we all miss Buzz. Unfortunately, Buzz has come and gone. But we have plenty of other people
We
to
can
interview.
steal Buzz.
Don't steal Buzz. We have plenty of other people to interview next time on Drawtectives. Thank you all for coming, and we're sorry.
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 Sorry.